Welcome to episode 49. Oh, it's 49 episodes, episode 49 episodes, 49 episodes. 49 episodes. The reason why I'm doing that is because my friends are currently out in the living room and they are listening to the Hogs and they are going hog wild right now. So I apologize if you could hear any interference with that because they are crazy fans, mostly because they're Hogs fans, and Hogs fans are crazy from what I know of. I mean, my friend, seriously, I think it was a playoff match a few years ago, but he every game in intense situations, he would go right by the TV, put a stool down, and sit and wait until like the end of the game. If it's the last few seconds, it's a very close game. He one time put a cross to the TV as if that was going to help his team win a playoff game. Or it could have just been a simple, I don't know. But all I know is that every Hog game is a national championship game to him, and he is going to end the paint. So that's what the intro was. But how's it going, everybody? It's 3 weeks. Is this going to be a new routine for me? Once every 3 weeks, come out with a podcast. Once every 3... No, I hope not. Because this is nice. I like just doing podcasts. But the thing is, though, is it's hard to find time. Why is it so hard to find time, Dawson? Well, let me tell you. Okay, I've been doing new stuff on YouTube. I have been trying to figure out what angle that I want to go at on YouTube. And... the Turtleneck Thursdays, hence why I'm just check out the Turtleneck. If you're listening to this right now, please go and just look at me right now. I don't even know what outfit I'm wearing. I just got out of the shower and just put this together, and I was just like, I need to have a turtleneck in it because turtlenecks are going to make up. I guess that's what I'm going to be now. Is just the turtleneck guy. That's what they know me in youth, because I was going to be doing a sermon. Before the tragic ice storm of 2022 happened in Arkansas, and everybody's like, "Oh nope, we can't go anywhere. We can't even work's closed. Like everything closed. Like, but it was slushy, but everybody up north would be laughing at us. Once again, we'd be the laughing stock. But I am known as the turtleneck guy at my church by everybody, even older people, everybody. Like, they just know me as a turtleneck guy. Now, granted, I've done announcement videos with it. I wear them on Sundays quite often. I've made it my whole thing. So, I mean, of course, that's going to be picked up. But yeah, I was going to be doing a sermon, and then they call me. They're like, "Oh, so who's going to be doing the sermon next week?" And then my college minister goes, "Oh, it's going to be Dawson," and none of them knew who I was. And the next thing you know, like, he was like, "Oh, the turtleneck guy off the announcements. Yeah, that guy. He's the one that pops this thing." And they're all like, "Oh, turtleneck." And they all started popping their collars. I was like, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm starting a cult. I'm starting a mini cult of little kids. And I'm just going to have all of them wearing, just a mini cult of people in general. And I'm just going to have them wearing turtlenecks. That's the plan, I guess. Hence why I'm just shooting them out of a t-shirt cannon to people in public. But that's what I've been doing. And I've kept on doing that. Turtleneck Thursdays. I don't know where I'm going to be going for now, because it's like, I'm going to keep turtlenecks in the thing, but I don't know if it's going to specifically be on Thursdays anymore. Just out of the simple fact that, I mean, technically, Turtleneck Thursdays should be over with, because that's what I said, like 2-3 podcasts ago, that February 17th, which was National Turtleneck Thursday, that was going to be my highlight video of all the turtlenecks that I shot. It was going to be my little grand slam, and then boom. But the video right before that really changed my whole mindset of how I want to make my YouTube channel. And that's why I've been gone, because I've been really trying to hone in and figure out what things that I want to entertain people with, because I don't want to make it just one simple like YouTube channel. Like, look at Mr. Beast, for example. He started out saying, I don't know, just a one word for 48 hours. I'm not doing that. That's boring. But I mean, yes, people watched it, but I can't, because that literally, more power to him, okay? Congratulations. That's awesome. But my YouTube channel, what is Dawson Englehart? What is his YouTube channel? What does he want to signify for himself? Well, I bought a Pope costume. So if you've not seen the video, please go pause it. Pause this podcast. Go watch it. Come back and join back in, because I am about to go into a little bit of detail of what happened. Not everything, but a little bit of detail. I bought a Pope costume, and the plan was originally I was just going to do a skit with it, but it kind of turned in. Well, it didn't kind of. It turned into me just doing Turtleneck Thursday with it, on top of me just going out in public and doing random stuff with it. So I mimicked the Pope. If y'all don't know what the Pope is, he's the Catholic icon. He comes out. He's the symbol. When you think Catholic, who comes to mind? It's the Pope. That's what he is. And I did not know this about the Pope, but apparently every Wednesday he comes out in his glorious grays and he looks at his people as everybody's just watching him, and they're like cheering him on and looking at him like he's an idol. And literally you have to get tickets for this thing. You don't. It's not like one of those things where you can just simply go and see the Pope on a Wednesday. No, you have to get tickets to go see this guy. And you don't have to pay for them, of course, but you have to. There's only a certain cap amount, and once they're sold out, they're sold out. But he comes out, he may say a few words, and then all of a sudden he'll go back into his little hut, and everybody's just like, "Oh my." I love seeing old people in robes. They're amazing. I love seeing an old guy in a robe. That's literally what the Pope feels like to me. At least me watching them just go for him and just shout to the mountaintops for this guy. So I dressed up as the Pope because I thought it would just be very random, which it was. I put some shades on. I got on my moped. I called it the Pope head for this video. And I just drove up and down Conway, just ying, 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 because that is exactly the same sound of what my moped would make. It just ying, 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 up and down and all around, and stopping at stoplights, people staring, taking videos, taking pictures of me. They're like, "Oh, yeah, look at this crazy kid." Awesome. Then I go do a Turtleneck Thursday at a gas station, all right? I shoot a turtleneck in my Pope outfit, blessing people up in here. Go to McDonald's, bless some more people. Paid for a guy's meal. His meal? No, it wasn't his meal, his prize, but his meal number, the number that he got a number 7, which is the holy meal at McDonald's. You get the number 7? I mean, I was tempted to buy him 2 more just to make it 777s, baby. But I didn't, because I don't know why. I just didn't think about it in the moment. Man, I always hate, thinking of that's one thing that sucks about making videos sometimes is you'll make a good video, but then also people are like, man, that was an awesome video. And then all of a sudden you're like in the shower, just like I put my elbow. Sometimes when I'm really thinking, I prop my elbow up against the wall. And I'm just like, man, I could have done so many more things to make it even funnier. And it's just my curse. But it was good. I loved how it turned out. I poured my heart and soul into it. I don't know any more things that I could say to make you want to watch it anymore. I mean, I think I'm going to do the public thing more. I love public reactions. The Turtleneck Thursday has inspired this whole big boom of public interactions that I want to do. And it's going to be surrounded by the shirt can. That's just going to be one little segment. And then I'm just going to have multiple other segments where I just dress up in goofy outfits and then make a little public skit or whatever. But the thing is, though, is I'm not going to be invading people's privacy like other YouTubers do. I know other YouTubers, that's their gimmick right now, and it's been for a while, and they call it pranks when they go up and they say something stupid just to make people mad. I'm not about that. If you want to be a part of the video, awesome. If you don't want to be a part of the video, cool. I ask you beforehand. If you don't, then I politely just go away. And then I find somebody else that would like to be a part of the video. And I promise you, it's crazy. I didn't know this. But most of the time, if you just ask nicely, they will be a part of your video. And they don't care. But then, yes, there's some of those families that are just like Turtleneck Thursdays, they were great. The whole thing was amazing. But there were some times where I was just like, why is this? It was families too. It was like, I thought the families with the kids would be the nicest ones. They weren't. They were the worst ones. I had 3 of them cop an attitude with me. Well, specifically one. It was my first one. The first Turtleneck Thursday ever. I had my shirt can in my hand, which I was afraid of first. Going up and down, just in the parking lot, some guy with a Happy Birthday Jesus sweater on. And then repped that the last podcast, so that's what sweater I was wearing. And then I was just going up and down like through the thing with this t-shirt cannon. I was like, oh dang, someone's gonna see this from a distance and think it's an AR or something. They're like, oh my gosh, scrawny white, and that would not be good to be like, call 911. Some scrawny white kid's got an AR in the middle of the parking lot. I don't know. I think he's gonna be doing something bad. But I was kind of hoping for that, though, low-key, because I wanted the cops to pull up, and it's just me with my Jesus shirt on and, like, me just shooting T-shirts at people, and they're like, what the heck is this? This is complete opposite of what I got the phone call about. I haven't had that yet, so stay tuned. Other than that, it's just the families. That's really what the big thing was. The first family that I asked, they were like, no free food. That's the quote that they told me, no free food. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. I guess that's what was implying that they weren't going to be a part of my content for free. So I don't know what that was implying, but that's how I took it, no free food. So if you don't want to be in my content, just yell no free food, and I promise you won't be in my content, because that was literally the first thing that guy said. I was like, hey, would you like to get a free t-shirt? Which, who says no to a free t-shirt? Especially a free turtleneck, but a free t-shirt in general or anything. Just it's something cool, like you're catching it, man. You only live once, man. You could die tomorrow. And the thing is that you be on your oh man, I could have had a cool moment catching a t-shirt. No, you didn't though. No free food. No free food. Nuh-uh. No free food for him. No free food for me. I didn't get any free food. No sides with it either. He didn't even offer me sides. Awful. But it is what it is. It happens. But I also had some great reactions. Like the guy at McDonald's, amazing. He asked to be a part of my video first off. Like I was just filming, going through the drive-thru. I was saying something like in King James version, whatever, because I was the Pope, so that's the natural gimmick that I went for. All of a sudden, he just yells, hey, yo, can I be a part of your video? Right afterwards. And then I was like, dude, we got to get this guy a part of the video. So parked, walked up into in between all the cars. People were taking pictures. And then all of a sudden, like, I was like, hey, yo, dude, is it fine if, we bless you with your meal today? And all of a sudden, he got right into character. He started going, yeah, man, I don't mind at all, man. That's awesome, man. Thanks for blessing me, man. Dude, amazing. And I'll be 100. And I'm gonna say this right now, okay, for all the white people, or for all my white viewers right now, I'm gonna say this. Y'all need to step up, y'all, because I'm saying all of us as an inclusive, because I'm telling you, all the black people that I have ever had in my videos and filmed, they have been all in it, brought the energy. They didn't care. But it's only like the only people I had problems with were white people, because they don't know how to have fun. Some of them are just we're like a little uptight. I'm gonna be honest. We need to change that. Okay, I don't want that stereotype under us anymore. We need to change that. Okay, so if I come up to you, okay, and ask you, please, just say yes, because we need to break this stereotype. Because the guy at McDonald's, man, if you're watching this right now, you were a G. You were awesome. That's what I needed. I need more content like that. I don't need some little family, okay, yelling at me saying no free food. No free food. Nah, not today. Not gonna happen. So step up. Step to the plate. Don't say no to a free t-shirt, much less a custom turtleneck. Come on. Who says no? But yes, that's my content right now. I'm not going to be giving you any hints on anything. Just know that I'm taking a 2-week hiatus. I'm just going to rock with it. I'm taking a 2-week hiatus from making videos right now. I think I'm 1 week in already, so I'm going to take maybe one or two more weeks to kind of get some costumes in, kind of get some skit ideas, kind of get some things rolling and whatnot, and I'm going to start just feeding them out. Probably like once every 2 weeks. I'm going to drop a video. That'll be more realistic. I work 40 hours a week. It's tough. It's tough enough as it is, much less me pumping one out every week. Literally, that's what happened with the Turtleneck Thursdays is I was pumping one out every week, and I was exhausted. I just couldn't do it. Like, I stayed up. I got 2 hours of sleep multiple nights. Actually, yeah, I got 2 hours of sleep multiple nights because I was editing. Editing takes forever. I don't think y'all understand. Like, it takes a lot of time to make a video nice. And so and just putting in that effort, man. So once every 2 weeks, and I'll have something great, quality over quantity. I have to think about that. Quality over quantity. Whew. If you want more quantity, you can go to my social medias, because I'll be posting little tacky, whatever, reels, TikToks, whatever. Follow me on there if you want to see my face all the time, because I know there's probably some weirdo out there that's like, I want to see that kid's face all the time. Or there might be some people out there. And if you want to, awesome. If you want to hear my voice all the time, cool, awesome. I'm all for it. I'll be everywhere. But you're probably wondering what these waters are here for. They're not here for just any, just regular reason. Just because it's not like I got any advertisers. Like just some good old sponsors. That's literally what it is. Just Ozarka, Smart Water, Aquafina, Dasani, and Fiji decided to join in all at the same time. They're like, man, I really like this kid's podcast. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull in all the chips and just put it all in there and be like, hey, let's all sponsor at the exact same time. So shout out to all these water companies because they're paying me. I'm talking top dollar for me to talk about them right now to the 30 people that are listening and watching on my podcast. So thank you so much, all the water companies that are out there. For sponsoring that. But before I get into that, I almost forgot something very important. I went on a little coffee date today, or a little coffee meetup, or I'm not really good at expressing what it is. I don't know if you're supposed to tell them that it's a date, or if you're supposed to just tell them that it's a hangout. But either way, I went on this adventure. We'll just call it an adventure, because to me it was more of a date. Probably to her it was more of like, oh cool, I got free coffee out of it. It was her coupon, I guess. I don't know. And girls, stop doing that. If you're out there and you are just, some girls just crack me up. I'm not saying this specific person is doing this, but I know there's girls out here that do this. They'll go on like 6-7 dates with the dude, and next thing you know, they're just like, when someone brings up like, hey, so and so likes you, right? They're like, what? No, wait, no, he does not. No, he doesn't. Is that why he took me to like multiple 5-star restaurants? Is that what it was? Oh, is that why he paid for my meal every single time? Dang, he been what? There's no way. No. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like me. What? Is that why he gave me a ring? He got on his knee and gave me a ring for some reason. I just thought it was just to symbolize how great of friends we are. Like this friendship that we have. He was trying to signify to me more, and he just gave me this ring. What? He liked me this whole time. That's hippopotamus. This is completely. I just would have over my head. No, you're playing the game. I know what you're doing. Okay, you hear free food. Because every girl knows all the time that if you're going to be going out with a guy, that they're going to pay every time, especially like when you're first starting to date or whatever. He's going to pay every time just because he needs to prove himself that he's a nice guy. So it's just automatically going to happen. I hate when the girls just sit there and I pay for them, and next thing you know, they're like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to do that. We know in the back of your head what you're doing right now is you knew I was going to do it already, but you're playing this game of like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing it. I didn't know that you were. My God, you're so sweet. No, you knew I was gonna do it. Okay, that's why you did. You probably left your wallet out in the car. You knew. Man, I know how the game works, but you gotta play it. You gotta play that game, or it's just not gonna work. You cannot not pay when you go on dates, guys. You cannot, because then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, oh my God, he didn't pay for me. Well, if he didn't pay for you, well, then how is he going to be able to work in a relationship? He can't do anything. He's not going to be able to show love, affection, kindness. He's not going to be able to, dude, did he open the door for you? Did he do anything? No. He just didn't pay. He didn't pay. Then he's not a man. He's not a man at all. He's nothing. Scum of the earth. Poof, go away. That's all he is. just because he didn't pay, you're automatically on the chopping block. You're not even on the chopping block. You're just automatically off. That's it. Done. But so, did it go well? I don't know. I'm just getting to know. That's really what I'm doing. I'm just kind of just playing the field. Really, because I mean, in the college ministry, even though I'm not in college, I'm in the college ministry. I just like going to make me feel like I can at least have fun, because I don't want to go to young adults yet. Because that's the levels, bro. You go to college ministry, then there's young adults. But I don't want to go to young adults just yet, because you sit in there and I already know what it's going to be. You sit in there, all you need to be like, all right, cool. Now it's real life, which I already know that I'm in real life, but college kids are so optimistic. Like, you're in college, you're like, oh man, I don't know what I want to be. I could be a surgeon, or I can just, go be a history teacher or something like that. And they're just like, oh cool, I don't know where life's going to take me and whatnot. Where as soon as you get out of it, a lot of that optimism leaves. And I don't want to leave that yet. But I am in the college ministry, well, just because I intern. It's not like I'm some creep, It's not. It's like my goal is to be 40 years old, just repping, just being in the college ministry, just like, yeah, what's up, everybody? Why is he here? Does he work here? No, he's just been in the college ministry for 50 years. Really? Man, that's sad. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just playing the field. Just going like that. We're talking about in the college ministry, relationships. That's really big right now. And I know as soon as every Christian girl and guy, like as soon as the word relationship pops out, they immediately start taking notes. They're going to be going hard in the paint. They're going to be like, all right, cool, awesome. I got guys going to find that Proverbs 31 woman. Like literally get girls be taking like notes and just down of like what to find in a Christian guy. Just like, he's got to be solid. He's got to be like a tree trunk and rooted, and everybody's like, okay, cool. What is there a guy around here that looks tree trunked and rooted? Oh man, that's a strong man over there. I'm gonna have to go. Come here. You look rooted. Nah, I'm just playing the field, getting to know people. That's really what it is right now. Who knows? I might just stay single for the rest of my life. Who knows? It may happen. If it does, I guess praise God. He had that for me. So I'm just gonna be here. I mean, they go through singleness like maybe a little bit and maybe a little bit, but it's really not that bad. But the thing is, though, is the way it is pitched sometimes, it is just terrible. But either way, I'm just wanting to get to know people. That's the big thing. Is I don't want to keep on going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, go to church, going work. I'm trying to create some different atmospheres in my life, because I know there's some people out there that are in the exact same position as I am, that are just stuck between doing the same three things or same two things over and over and over again. You need some adventure in your life. You need something a little creative. You need some hints. While I'm doing the little YouTube thing, maybe you go somewhere. Maybe it won't. I just want to do something different. Bring some entertainment to the table. Go on some dates. Maybe they won't go anywhere, but I mean, cool. You got a good friend. Awesome. That's the way it's got to be. But water. So basically, in this envelope right here, so my friend came in. This is honest to truth. What I had my friend is, before I had him pause his Hawks game, he came in, and what he did was we have it laid out of the sponsorships of water, and what I had him do was pour the water and organize them and flip flop them around in the way, and he wrote them down of which opposite water was in front of what, so I can tell at the very end. You get it, okay? I'm taste testing, and I don't want to wear a blindfold. I don't have anybody else with me, so he switched the waters around and whatnot, and the answers are in here. And I am going to taste test and see if you can actually taste the difference between. I don't even know if that's water. I don't know if that's what it is water, but it's very bubbly for water, very carbonated. But I didn't buy any carbonated water, so it's goofy. Anyways, in this envelope, or some people may say envelope, or fancy people may even say envelope, which is French for I don't know. I don't even know if that's French. I just said A at the end of it, and it made it French automatically, because that's what you do with words. You want to make them French. I guess. But they got the answers in here. And I'm going to put this to the side because I don't need them right now. What I am about to do right now is I'm going to take the first sip of water right in front of the Ozarka. Is this? Yes. Ozarka water bottle. It is made in Texas, 100% natural spring water. The reason why I'm doing this is because of a debate. It wasn't a debate. It was more of a... it inspired me to do this. I know people do taste tests on YouTube. They probably have already done this on YouTube already, but I don't care. I want to do it for my own and just kind of see what happens. And I know people out there probably haven't even seen people taste water before and see if it's actually just changed or if it's just advertising. And that's what really what I want to do is see if it actually tastes any different or if it's just advertised differently. Did I just get 50 cented or Jake Paul'd? Or, no, not Jake Paul, Logan Paul'd, or anybody else that does vitamin water and promotes it. Like, for all we know, it could just be diluted Kool-Aid, and they could just be putting it in a bottle and just slap their label on it, and they're selling it for outrageous prices and making millions. So, I want to know if actually these water companies are actually doing what they're advertised, or if it's just another American thing where capitalism comes in and they just take tap water and they slap a label on it and make this glorious like branding label thing. And next thing you know, we're getting fooled and it's the placebo effect where we take a sip of it and we think it's just magical water when it's actually not. So this Ozarka water bottle, it says it's 100% natural spring water. This is the first time of me reading the side of it, but it says, born to respect. We respect hundreds of acres of natural habitats around our natural springs for the protection of our water quality for generations to come. Wow. Wouldn't you want to support a water company like that? I would. That's why they put it on there, because people buy it. People buy stuff. They're like, oh, cool, I'm drinking this water, and I know by me drinking this water that it's coming from a place that respects hundreds of acres of natural habitats. Boom. Now, does he go into specifics of what natural habitats? No. But it really doesn't matter because it sells. I think that's all that really needs to be, because I'm just reading a little bit of the advertisements. It looks nice. It looks presentable. You got the star because it's made in Texas, so it's got the little star. It's honestly on the line. I mean, it's a pretty average, honestly, average packaging for a water bottle, so I'm not really impressed by that. But the Born to Respect part, the little biography of it, I'm going to have to tag that and be like, yeah, that's definitely a good signal and a good sign. But in front of it is not that. I don't know what's in front of it, but it is bubbling. It's quite chaotic. I didn't buy sparkling water, so this may be infused with something of some of that high-quality pH that scientists and stuff say that like the more pH that we have, the better. I don't know if that's true or not either, but we will put that to the test. I may even have to look up that later because I don't know if that's a stretch or if that's been proven or if that's false or if they have something on it. Anyways, here we go. The sparkling water that shouldn't be sparkling water. It's got quite a lot of bubbles in it. I don't know why I went to go smell it. Oh, yep, that smells like water. Straight water. But let's try it. Let's see. I'm going to take another sip. That was to cleanse the palate. Yeah. Tastes like water. It's pretty good. I don't know what should I give it a rating? Is that what we're going to do here? Should I give this a rating? We'll just do 1 to 10, I guess. 1 being tap water. I don't even have tap water here. I should have gotten tap water, but it's not that big of a deal. 1 to 10. I'm gonna give this bad boy a solid. Man, let me try it again. It's hard to pinpoint it just out of the simple fact that it's the first water out of the other 4 that I have to try. But I guess, should I go lower or higher is the question. I mean, I don't really know. The best tasting water that I've ever had, is this the best tasting water that I've ever had? And then some people may even go to say, like, Dawson water doesn't have any taste, that's why I don't drink it. And to those people, I say, really? Are you kidding me? That's why you don't drink water? Oh, I don't drink water because it doesn't taste like anything. Like, it just doesn't. Put some Mio in it. Okay, put some, I don't know, put something in it. Put some sugar in it and drink it. I don't know, but that makes it not water anymore. That makes it Kool-Aid. So you drink water for the taste? No, your body's made of it. Drink it. I give this, I'm going to say a 6. I'm going to give this a 6. Don't know what it is, but I'm going to give it a 6. Oh, man, it got a little active now. The bubbles have calmed down now. But we're going to move on to the next one that's in front of the smart water. Before I drink it, though, I guess I will do the same thing that I did for the Ozarka. And, this one is advertised a lot better. It's in a way bigger bottle. I couldn't find the small ones, okay? They just have the gigantic quart ones. The advertising looks a little bit better, or actually to me a lot a bit better, than the Ozarka. But it says Smart Water, of course, and it's made by, I don't know. If you can't pronounce it, I guess that's better the water, Glaceu or Glacia or Glasu, Seu. I don't know how you pronounce that. I've never read that before. I just read Smart Water. So the more fancy the name, probably the better the water. Let's see here. It's vapor. It says it's vapor distilled water and electrolytes for taste. Purely balanced pH. See? There are those words. If it's got electrolytes and it's got that pH word in it, you automatically know that this is probably going to taste very, very good. Or it may be tricking you into that. Okay? It could just be the same one that I just tasted, but it's advertised a lot better. Great tasting, mouth-watering water. And it's got a little fish in it. I mean, come on. You're telling me, and I like Smart Water. I honestly do like it. But the thing is, I don't know. It's not like I'm a professional. It's not like I'm going to be able to taste it and be like, oh, cool, that's Smart Water. Hence why we're doing the test. But as for the advertising, amazing. The best one so far. But the water that's in front of it, I don't know what it is. Not bubbly at all. It's very clear. I'll give it that. It is very clear. It's water. Let's give it a taste. Wow. That was a long pause because this is different. This is slightly different. I said this is smoother. I don't know if there's a smoother tasting water, but I just tasted it. This is smoother than the first one. I actually like it a lot better. It tastes more, to me, it does taste more refreshing than the first one does. I don't know what it is about it, but it does taste smoother. I don't know. It like when I took a sip of it, I was like, man, I feel hydrated. I feel ready to go. This is a good quality water. I give this an 8. An 8 or a 9. We'll give it an 8. I'm going to give this an 8. This is actually really good. Good. Yeah, I give this an 8 for sure. Great, smooth tasting water, crisp. So all those people out there that say that water tastes like absolutely nothing, get your taste buds fixed, okay? Drink some more water because you'll learn to like it. Train those taste buds, okay? Don't kill them. Now, on to the next one. Right in front of this is Aquafina. This is the next water that's going to be tested on its advertising. Of course, it's not. This is not the water that was in front of it, but it's different water. But this one has a little bit of bubbles in it, so that may be the first one. I mean, I'm just going by visual looks, but Aquafina. I like the name of it. It's one of those fancy names. That must mean it tastes absolutely delicious. Pure water, perfect taste. Perfect taste. I would doubt that. Would you consider that false advertising? I don't know if anything has a perfect taste. In order to have something to have a perfect taste, I feel like you would have to have some kind of medium to it. So what are you going to compare this to? What are they comparing it to that makes it have a perfect taste? But it's one of those words, pure water. I hope it's pure water. Perfect taste. So it's one of those like grabbing words that make you want to, buy it. And it has a mountain, a sunset. It's got nice colors, nice watercolors. It doesn't, but the thing is, though, is it doesn't have any story behind it like the Ozarka. The Ozarka has a story. The Smart Water has a story. Oh, I forgot to read Smart Water's story. Because it's so tiny here on the side. Because we can compare. This has absolutely no. It just says drink up, purified by reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. Yes, sir. That's one of those key words that they try to get you on, reverse osmosis, and you automatically want to buy it. But this one also uses reverse osmosis, doesn't it? Hold on. I'm pretty sure that Smart Water uses reverse osmosis as well. So, hold on. Because Smart Water says clouds might throw some shade, but they give us nature's pure source of water. We think that... Okay, hold on. We think that's pretty smart. So we took inspiration from the puffy white friends and created pure, vapor distilled Smart Water with a purity balanced pH. Oh, with a purely, not purity. So a purely balanced pH. Man, I can't read today. So purely balanced pH. Then we one up the nature and added electrolytes for a crisp, clean taste. Wow. So that's something. Aquafina just says reverse osmosis. So I think this is also used reverse osmosis, but I like the story of Smart Water a little bit better. So I'm imagining right now at the Smart Water factory that they turn into clouds. They condensate it, and then they precipitate it, and they put it in each bottle. And you have that imagery in your head, and you're going to want to buy it. So there we go. Aquafina, you don't really have much advertising. You don't have a story behind yours, but in front of it, we don't know what it is. Let's taste it. Wow. This one's kind of tough too because this one kind of tastes like the second one to me. Man, this really does taste like the second one to me. This is tough. I really do not taste any difference between the second and the third one. I'll be honest. I want to give this one an 8.2 because it tastes exactly the same. I'm going to give this an 8.2. It's good water. I absolutely cannot tell the difference between those two. Now we're going to be moving on to Dasani. Purified water enhanced with minerals. The bottle looks pretty nice. 30% recycled. Oh my, it's on nature's side. You're gonna buy a water that's on nature's side. It's just gonna happen. Dasani, it's a fancy name, so we got that down. Recyclable. It's bottled by the Coca-Cola company. That's very interesting. Now that just made me think of this. So since Dasani is bottled by the Coca-Cola company, you know those moments when you say that you want a water at a restaurant and they give you a water cup and you go over to the fountain with the fountain drinks and you go and you press the water in and all of a sudden a little bit of like the soda that was attached to it comes into your cup first and then comes out all the water, and then you're like, oh dang, now I'm with this like little light, very very light brown water. So because I always go in and I always click it first and then let it like run a little bit and then I'll go in for the water. I don't immediately go for it because it always, like, whatever the soda that's attached to is going to dribble in there first. It's just how it is. So is that the same thing that's going to be happening at the Dasani company when they're bottling it? They bottle Cokes first, and all of a sudden the waters start coming in, and then those first few probably get some of that Coca-Cola in there. So this might taste a little bit like Coca-Cola just out of the simple fact that the company makes soda and water, so it might just run from the same fountain. Who knows? So That's not really appetizing to me when it comes to water. Also, I don't know what those water, is it like the water pH level taste or like test or whatever to see how great a water is or whatever. This was not. I witnessed when one of my friends put one of the little drops to test out the water was, and Dasani was one of the ones that they tested it on, and it turned yellow. I forgot what that meant. I'm assuming that was not good. So I'm not really having high hopes for Dasani. I think ever since I found out they were like, I knew they were bottled by Coca-Cola, but I don't know. I've just never been a big Dasani fan. But who knows what's in front of it? Let me grab this over here. Very clear, whatever it is. It's not bubbly, nothing. It looks exactly like the last two. Any more concluding statements on Dasani? I don't know. The bottle seems pretty plain Jane. It's, to me, if I was going to compare it, I would say that it ranks just about the same as Aquafina. The only difference is it advertises made from 30% recycled material. You go Coca-Cola. You were doing amazing stuff out there for the planet. All right. This one's... Oh, can you hear my gulps? Oh, there we go. I know that was a good one. Anybody listening to that right now, like, oh, damn, what the heck was that? Yeah, that's some ASMR right there. Nice, crisp. I don't know, man. It tastes kind of like the last two, but this one, I don't know what it is. When I swallow it, it kind of leaves like more of a drier feeling in my mouth, which makes me want to drink more of it. Hold on a second. Am I picking up on the scheme here, the Ponzi scheme? Hold on a second. Am I picking up on something? That might be the secret. You know, they might add that to some of the water. They might make it where after you drink it, it makes your tongue a little dry, and it makes you think that you need more water. It's kind of like chapstick. I think some chapstick companies, you know, go in there, you put chapstick on, all of a sudden it makes you addicted to it because it dries out your lips a little bit. I think that's what it does. It like dries out your lips a little bit more, so then you want to put more chapstick on. You just want to keep on applying it, or they put something in it like cocaine or whatever, and boom, you want more and this might be that. So this leaves me a little bit more of a drier feeling on my tongue, and I don't like that. It tastes kind of the same, not exactly. I'm trying to explain. It doesn't taste as smooth, but it also leaves me with a dry palate, and I don't enjoy that either. I'm gonna give that a. Am I gonna give it lower than the first one I had? I don't know. That first one was pretty bad too. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna put that over there. Here's the last one. And this one is very, very bubbly as well. I don't know what is up with the bubbly water. I promise I didn't get carbonated. But by the way it looks of it, I have the same hopes as I did for the first one. So let's go in. It's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Smoother than the first one that was very bubbly. Hold on. It's like, man, I don't know. This is very hard. This is very hard. The outcome might be that just water just tastes the same, but it's just the advertising. I have a feeling it was, but the thing is though, is I really had high hopes that one of them was just gonna blow the other one out of the water and be like, yeah, this water right here just hits different than all the others, but not. Okay, I will admit this one does taste cleaner. This is probably one of the cleanest waters that I've had on this thing. I don't know if cleaner is the right adjective. It's not like the other ones tasted dirty, but this one just tastes more refreshing, clear. But it's just, I'm gonna give it a 7. It just didn't hit like all the others. I don't know, and I don't really like the bubbles. I didn't like looking at because I didn't buy sparkling water. Okay, I didn't buy it, so I tasted all the waters. Oh, I forgot the most important advertising on the planet besides Smart Water. We got Fiji. Okay? Of course they have to go with a different bottle. They got a flower on it. It's natural artesian water, so it's a very specific water. It's not spring water. It's not reverse osmosis, I don't think. It's artesian, and from the islands of Fiji. So automatically, you're gonna want to buy this just out of the just from the front and how it's shaped. On the back, it says natural electrolytes. There are electrolyte enhanced water. Excuse me. And there's a smarter choice. Hold on. Is that a jab at Smart Water by saying that it's a smarter choice because they put quotes around it? I think that's a little jab. I see what you're doing, Fiji. I see. Put some hostility because Smart Water and Fiji are two brands of water that are considered like, the best, or like, they're advertised as like the better water or whatever. So the smarter choice. Fiji water. Not only does Fiji have significantly more electrolytes than other brands, ours are naturally occurring. How? As tropical rain slowly filters through volcanic rock, it gathers the electrolytes and minerals that give Fiji water its signature soft, smooth mouthfeel taste. How smart is that? You didn't just jab at Smart Water once. You jabbed at it twice. Maybe even 3 times. And then on top of that... tropical rain. I need some music behind that. Just like, as tropical rain slowly filters through volcanic rock, it gathers the restart it. Okay. As tropical rain slowly filters through volcanic rock, it gathers the electrolytes and minerals that gives Fiji water its signature soft, smooth mouthfeel. That's it. That's all it is. How smart is that? And it has like look at that nice advertising on the back and then the little E's and stuff. Earth's finest water. And I think isn't their slogan like untouched by man? Oh, their advertising. The advertisements are out of this world for Fiji. When it comes to advertisements, Smart Water and Fiji, hands down, won that over. But it is time to reveal what I tasted. Did I get them right? Spam in the comments. Tell me, was I predicted? Oh, actually, you know what? Before I tear into this thing, I didn't look at it yet, I promise. The best one that I think that I tasted, I feel like the best one that I tasted was the second one. I don't know. The second one really impacted me because now what happened was I had the second one and it was so good that all the other ones kind of tasted like it. And there was one that I didn't really like, but I feel like all the others kind of tasted like the second one. So I'm going to say the second one was my favorite one because because the first one was so garbage that the next one I tasted and I was like, this is significantly better. So I'm going to go with the second one, the one that's in front of the Smart Water. I think that one was the best one, or the best tasting one to me. Let's go and let's see the results. Let's see if it's all advertising or do I think it's advertising? A lot of it, yes. All of them, most of them tasted very similar. Most of them did. Like 4 out of 5 dentists recommend whatever. Yeah, that's literally like 4 out of the 5 waters tasted exactly the same. Well, actually 3 out of the 5, honestly, because two of them tasted the same. 4 out of whatever. 4 out of 5 of them did taste about the same. Anyways, let's see what. Okay. So number 1 in front of the Ozarka was Dasani. That makes sense because that one I absolutely hated to its core. It did not taste good at all. It's probably because Coca-Cola. Like, you cannot have a soda company make water because it just makes me think of every time I go to the fountain and I go get water out of it and Coke immediately goes into it a little bit and then I get water. It's just, yeah, you can't capitalize on water and soda, Dasani. You can't, or Coca-Cola. You cannot. It was, no, terrible. That explains why. Second one, coming at a surprise. Well, not really. Whatever. Front of the second one, smart water, was Fiji. Dude, that, man, I don't know. They might be onto something. I don't know. It might not just be advertising with Fiji water. Fiji water tastes pretty good. It really does, because it was my favorite one. I saw them. I mean, I think it did taste a lot like the second and third one, but I don't know. It just made a bigger impact on my taste. But it's probably because I tasted that crappy garbage Dasani water first. Oof, that was disgusting. So third one, in front of the Aquafina was Ozarka. So Ozarka is the cheapest, one of the cheaper options on this line, and it tasted very, very well. But I'm pretty sure that was the one that I thought left a little bit of a dry taste or a dry sense on my palate, and I just didn't really like that. I like using the word palate because it makes me feel like this taste testing thing. It adds more significance to it. So palate is the word of the podcast. And then 4 in front of Dasani was Smart Water. Okay, I did like number 4. And then number 5 was Fiji. Number 5 in front of the Fiji was Aquafina. So it makes sense that the first and the last were just not that great to me. I mean, the 5th one, I mean, it did taste similar to all the other ones, but the bubbles were not a great look for it because it was very deceiving. I didn't really like the advertising on it either. But I'm going to go with overall performance of advertising and taste. So since the Fiji water was my favorite tasting, it by far is the best advertising, on there. As for the others, I mean, I don't know. I was very surprised by, actually, you know what? I'll be honest. I was not surprised by the results. I really wasn't. Because this is exactly how it was advertised. You know, Fiji advertises itself as the best tasting water. Honestly, it was my top favorite of the waters that I tasted. It did taste smooth. Now, do I think they're going on a little bit of a stretch about the rainwater going through the molten rocks and then they just automatically have some guy holding a bucket down at the bottom and they're just collecting all the water and he's just automatically filling it up? Yeah, I do think they're being a little dramatic. Do I think they were taking jabs at Smart Water? I think they are. I think there's a little bit of beef between Fiji and Smart Water. I didn't know. We're going to have to uncover it now. Smart Water, you're going to have to step up and you're going to have to start poking at Fiji. And I think we got some ideas. I got some ideas rolling here. For one, we can do making fun of the rainwater glacier thing. You can probably be like, yeah, Smart Water. Hold on. What do you say on the back of it? You say, something about clouds. So you say clouds might throw some shade, but they give us nature's pure source of water. We think that's pretty smart. No, we need you to be like, the best way to do it is promote where the clouds are. Say that you make the clouds over volcanic rock and say that your water, when it condensates, it goes in between the rocks, and then you fill up the bottles. I think it's something to work with, okay? Take out some notes. I know Smart Water, like you're listening to this right now, so definitely take that as a pitch. But Fiji is low-key savage right now and destroying you. I think all around, I'm going to give it to Fiji. I am. I'm just going to give it to Fiji. Like, there's no debate. Best tasting, number 1. Best advertising. And number 3, they are just absolutely savage for low-key, like, jabbing Smart Water, and Smart Water has nothing to say right now. And I like Smart Water. I drink it all the time. Probably because I'm not spending. How much is Fiji? I don't even know how much Fiji is. I bought all those. I literally bought all these waters. And I bought one bottle of every water, and I spent $16. So that should explain to you about how much water is. How much is Fiji water? It is. How many ounces is this? 1 liter. Huh. Why is it so hard to find? Fiji water, 1 liter is $2.49. So So that is $2.49. How much is Smart Water? One liter is $2.29. So they're about the same price. Wow, man, you're gonna have to step up your game, Smart Water. You're gonna have to step up your game. That is, man, they're roasting you. Better advertising, and I don't know, man. I might have to switch it up. I might have to drink more Fiji. You know, I don't know, but yeah. So that was the conclusion of that. So that was my water taste test. Let me know in the comments if you agree. I encourage you to go on your own and taste, your own water. Honestly, out of all of them, I'm just gonna keep on buying Ozarka by the case full. I think a case. I don't know how much of a case. I think a case of Ozarka runs me around $3, a little over $3. So I mean, I get like 24, 30 bottles, something like that. So I mean, I get double, triple, quadruple the bottles that I get out of a Smart Water in Fiji for the same price. So where I can get one Smart Water, 1 liter of Smart Water, and 1 liter of Fiji for the same price that I can get around 30 Ozarka water bottles. And Ozarka, honestly, stepped into the game, and they taste, honestly, all about the same. Now, Fiji does have a little bit more of that Christmas smoothness. I don't know if it's just them rubbing up against that molten rock. I don't know if it got a little bit of extra in there to where I could really taste it. But, yeah, I'm very impressed. But all in all, I am going to give it to the advertising. I think it's mostly advertising. You can taste a little bit difference in the waters. But honestly, 4 of them tasted identical to me. So when it comes to buying it, don't be fooled by the dumb advertising. But I do think it's humorous of what Fiji did. And I think the advertising is good. But when it comes to water, man, it's just simply water. But I'm not drinking tap water. Are you kidding me? No. I heard they put like mercury in that. Or was that just in... Oh, was that just in Michigan? I don't know. Anyways, either way, I know that I'm just sticking to bottled water, and I'm probably just going to stick to Ozarka. Even though Fiji did taste good, Ozarka tasted basically the same. Advertising, pretty solid. Anyways, yeah, that was that. That cool, awesome. That was my test. That was basically the big thing of the podcast. Man, dude, running into 50 something minutes, 57 minutes. Wow, that took a big chunk of time. Usually I do a fun fact. And I am going to do a fun fact really quick. Let's see here. Fun fact. Mercury was used in the early Mercury was used in early hat making, coining the phrase Mad Hatter. I know I butchered that because I can't write. I have my parents' handwriting, and they write terrible, so then therefore it's passed down from generation to generation to Eaglehart. And yes, unfortunately, I still haven't learned all that great cursive that I learned in 2nd grade completely out the window. It's terrible. So Mercury was used in the early hat making process, coining the phrase Mad Hatter. I did not know that. That's awesome. So they used to have mercury in there, so people would go psycho, I guess. Just psychotic. Wearing a hat, and these guys would slowly go insane. And as soon as I could pull it up, let me see here. I have more detail on my phone. Mad Hatter. The hat industry has been traced to the mid 17th century in France. A story passed down, and the hat industry gives this account to Mercury because it was used in the process of making hats. In Turkey, the felt material, it was discovered during the felting process in Turkey that, they use camel urine? Where the mercury? The person was being treated with mercury compounds. This is absolutely confusing. So they had dementia. Wow. So basically these people just slowly went mad. That's basically what the gist of it. I'm not trying to read that whole article and trying to go into deep anything. I mean, it's starting to get to the point where like, where I'm going to be looking up for ages on that thing, and I'm not going to have 20 extra minutes of just silence just so I can look into the... Look, I encourage you to look more into it, okay? Mad Hatter, literally slowly but surely, as they kept on wearing that hat, they slowly went mad. Didn't even know that. That's a great, awesome, fun fact. I didn't know that, and neither did you, maybe. So, I encourage you to look more into that. Don't make your hats out of Mercury, for sure. I wore the headband. It's not made out of Mercury, but I wore the headband today because I knew it was going to be a sick competition. Not even a competition, but, I had to get serious. Maybe a little bit of sweat oozed off my brow, and the headband took care of it as I was, ingesting that water. I felt extra hydrated because of it. So all you water haters out there, get with the program. Change that mind. That needs to be your New Year's resolution, to get more water in your diet. It helps with a lot of things. Staying hydrated. So I encourage you, promote in the Last Alcohol podcast. Stay hydrated. Drink some water. Whatever water you drink, keep drinking it. Okay, I'm not promoting which one that you should and should not use. Basically, what I'm trying to get the gist is I'm going to make my own water. I'm going to make I don't know what kind of water it is going to be yet, but it's probably going to have a turtleneck on it. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. That's the packaging. It's going to be like, how whiskey, like Conor McGregor's whiskey had like a little hoodie on it. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have a turtleneck on top of a water, and I'm going to start selling it. I am going to sell my own water. That was the whole point. That's what it was. I'm going to sell my own water. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but it's going to have a little tiny turtleneck on the top of it that you get to have. You get to keep with every water purchase. The water, I'm going to have to create some sick background story, but yes, I will have it soon. I don't know when I'm going to have it. I'm going to try to have it on the next podcast, a sample or a little advertising bottle of my own water. I'm going to be like 50 Cent. I'm going to be like Logan Paul, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's just water, but you're going to be paying. It's going to be kind of like a merch deal. It's going to be merch, but it's going to be sick merch because it's water. And, I guess water sells. Who knew that you were going to be selling water? And water is going to be so much money and people are going to buy it. But guess what? The Last Alcohol podcast is going to do the same thing, baby. Little turtlenecks on the top. That's what we're going to do. Yes. Now we're going to conclude this podcast with a Bible verse. Ecclesiastes 12:13. That's what I'm going to conclude this podcast with. Because I was supposed to be doing a sermon, or I was supposed to do a sermon for the youth over Ecclesiastes, and I was pretty bummed when the ice storm came in. It wasn't even an ice storm, but the ice came in and completely ruined that. So, it is what it is, but I'm here, and I'm going to at least say my piece, or the verse because Ecclesiastes is my favorite book of the Bible. I encourage y'all to read it. It's amazing. It's awesome. It completely changed my mindset about life and life itself. It made me stop worrying about things that don't matter, because inevitably, you die. Guess what happens? You're in heaven. Let's go. And then what do you have to live for? Nothing. You can't bring any of that to heaven. And I needed to be reminded. So your boy King Solomon, he came in. He came through. And he left this message specifically for me, but also y'all can dabble into it too. And that's what I'm going to help y'all with. So the last verse in Ecclesiastes hits hard. What all has been heard, the conclusion of the matter is fear God and keep his commands, because this is for all humanity. For God will bring every act to judgment, including every hidden thing, whether good or evil. So keep that in mind. Okay, don't just be doing good things because you think that God's going to, hey, look, God, I did all those good things. No, and don't be not avoiding bad things. Well, avoid bad things, but don't just be thinking just like, oh, cool, I'm avoiding these. I won't be judged for them later. Not true. But fear God, man. Fear him. But not be shivering scared, but he gives that respect. And it's very important because that's the concluding factor of that whole book. I encourage you to read. I'm going to leave you off with that verse. I encourage you to read the whole thing, and that verse will impact you once you realize how well it ties in the whole thing. How well it ties in, dude. It's just saying live for Jesus. Live for him. And, dude, do it. Live for him. No matter what you do. Whether you're selling water, just trying to make a profit off of water, or, anything. Especially selling water. If you're selling water, just do it. Put a Bible verse on it, and probably someone will buy it. That's probably what I'll do. I'll just add some. Oh, there we go. I can say there's probably a Bible verse talking about it's getting Jesus is having it's a refreshing, hydrating sip of life or something. I don't know. There has to be a water metaphor that Jesus has used in his teachings, and I'll put that on there along with the turtleneck. And yes, Christian water bottle company. Let's go. People are gonna buy that. Yes, that's what it's gonna be. I'm kidding. But but yeah, it's funny because that's just how advertising works, and it sells. I mean, I get fooled with advertising all the time, and I feel so stupid. Especially when it's buying main brand stuff. I make my own t-shirts now, and it's the t-shirt companies that I just get regular plain t-shirts from. I get them by bulk, and I make my own t-shirts. And I come to realize that it cost barely anything to make the t-shirt, but the people who it's same material, same process with some t-shirts, some not, but I make it for cheap, and then all of a sudden people are like, "Oh dang, I'm gonna end up selling this for double or triple what I made it for." Literally, cost of material wise and everything for making a vinyl shirt. I mean, realistically, if I was gonna sell it. Realistically selling it or making it, how much is it to cost? I don't know how much it costs to make, honestly, but it's really not that crazy amount to make. I mean, it is some, but people selling t-shirts for $60. Dude, you got a t-shirt and you just put your logo on it and you're just paying for the advertising. I mean, I know a lot of people know that, but dang, it really makes me think about sneakers and how people invest. I mean, I've talked about that too, about how people just invest in sneakers so much. It's just leather, honestly, leather with a sole. 10 grand as much as more than my car. That is crazy. But that's the conclusion of episode 49 of the Last Cycle Heart podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe, send it to your mom, send it to your family members, send it to your friends, send out everything, the podcast, videos that I make on YouTube. Send out my YouTube channel. Just go spread it. If you want to show your support, show your love, go do that. Do it. I got some stuff in the bio for you, or in the description. My email, social media stuff. DM me, email me, funny video, something like that, something to react to. Send me a message. I don't know. Communicate. I don't know, man. I might not be here tomorrow. Send me something. I don't know. It could be whatever. I could talk about it on the podcast. Let's go. I'm all for it. But episode 49 of the Last Cycle Heart podcast. The next one's episode 50. It's going to be iconic. Episode 50. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to have to be pretty huge because it's episode 50. And I promise you it's going to be before 3 weeks because I can't be doing that. Mostly for you guys, but also for me a little bit too because I want to keep on doing these. I mean, I love it. But thank you for listening to episode 49 of the Last Cycle Heart podcast. I will be seeing y'all later soon. Maybe the weekend. Maybe not. Maybe early in the week. Who knows? But I'll see y'all sometime. Y'all stay blessed. All right? I'll be seeing y'all soon.